My dear child, you are not reading this by accident. This is your confirmation. It may be time to re-evaluate your present circumstances and begin to form new thought patterns and beliefs that support your growth. You have the ability to create a better life for yourself. There is a change in the air, bringing you an overflow of new opportunities. So visualize what it is that you want, release the need attachment for it, get on with your life and make changes where changes are needed. Patience is the key, and you gotta put patience in your pocket. So by consciously making positive and productive choices and clearing yourself of limiting beliefs, you are able to create the life that resonates with your soul. So accept and integrate those things that resonate with you and discard those that do not. Only take on board what sits well within your spirit and leave the rest behind. It's time to enjoy life, my child. This is not a rehearsal. Take your power back. You have already done the work. Go for it. You deserve everything you want and you are gonna get it. Get ready. This next season is called Maker Room. Maybe it will take time to be okay again, but there is still hope to carry you through this phase, and you do not have to get there today. Let life take its time. Even if you try, you cannot escape the difficult days. You cannot let go of all the feelings in your heart in an instant. You have to embrace them in order to overcome them. Give love to yourself. Practice being patient with the process. Remember, you do not always need an answer. Sometimes all you need is a heart of courage and trust and the belief that even in the darkness you will find your path. And if you are overwhelmed with the worries of the day and stressed by the thoughts on what might happen next, remember that even in your most painful of days, your heart is full of bravery. And even if it takes time to make it through, keep on believing in yourself, keep on holding on to you. My child, know that the signs have always been there. You are just too busy worrying about the timing of your life to notice them. You are not behind or ahead in your journey. Embrace where you are in this chapter, and the signs that you need to set your path in motion will become clear as you continue to remain grounded. There are synchronicities hiding in every corner of your life. If you are willing to find them, they will be sure to announce their existence. Master the art of inner alignment while chasing your dreams. Let your soul drift back to the present so you can open your eyes and finally see all the magic the universe is trying to reveal to you. When you start to throw compassion and empathy towards have those who make it a habit of trying to bring you down, you have mastered the art of transcendence and ultimately have found the key to life. You no longer internalize their negative behaviors because you have surpassed that type of energy. You have elevated your mentality and finally understand that those who refuse to heal their inner pain will always try to project it onto those who are spiritually aligned with themselves. You have entered a very crucial stage in your journey, the clearing now that you are committed to the divine path the universe preset for you. You will see how easy it is to block these external forces from disrupting your transformation. There is a never ending power source that exists within you. Dive unapologetically into it. My child, know that. Don't worry about the things that have happened or that are happening or that are going to happen. For everything, I have a plan. Remember, for everything, there is a season, and for each season, there is a purpose. So, in one season, Peter was a fisherman, but that season had a purpose later. In one season, David was a shepherd boy, but that season had a purpose later. But when you look into their life through that season, I had led them towards the purpose that I had for their life. So remember that everything that happens in each season has a purpose, and that purpose will only lead you towards the blessing that I have planned for you. So have a faith in me. Certain things have to happen in your life. It can be a thing that you don't want to happen in your life. Joseph did not wish to go to jail, but I sent him to jail. But I put him in jail for a purpose. He did not know what that purpose was until that purpose had happened in his life. But even in the midst of he trusted me. In the same way, you may be going through certain things which you don't want to happen in your life. You are praying to me to open a door to bring you out of it. Let me tell you, the pain that you have been feeling now can't be compared to the joy of the blessing that is coming out of that. Trust me for everything. I have a purpose. Don't lose your faith by looking at what you are facing. Instead, hold your faith by remembering who I am and what I can do. I will bless you. The weapon that was formed against you by the devil will not prosper. Instead, I will use that weapon to prosper the plan which I have for you without letting that weapon harm you. You know that happened what happened in the life of Daniel. In his life, I created a situation to bless Daniel, but the devil had used that situation as a weapon to throw Daniel into the lion's den to destroy Daniel's life. But the devil forget one thing, it was about me. The devil forget that I am there with Daniel. The devil forget that I am seeing everything that the devil is planning. The devil forget that from his weapon I would help Daniel. The devil never know that I would use the weapon that the devil formed against Daniel as a plan. Even in your life, the devil may be planning something to destroy your life. The devil may use the circumstance that you are facing in your life to destroy you. That can be through the circumstances that I have planned for giving you the best blessing. But let me tell you, the weapon that the devil is forming against you will not prosper because you are my child. I will never do anything to harm you. Have a faith in me. I will when you face certain things in your life. Don't lose your faith in me. Believe in me by believing I am with you. I am with you always. I will bless you for everything. I have a plan. My child, know that positivity and kindness are all you need. The path to your best life is actually so very positive thoughts, positive words, and acts of kindness. That's it. When you are involved in a relationship that is involved challenges, it will discourage you and causing you to plant seeds of stress, doubt, and fear, making your heart feel negativity. This message is telling you that you are connected to love and light. There is a positive outcome with your situation, and you just need to believe in yourself. You have the power within you to get past these seeds of negativity. No matter what your situation is, call upon God and let Him guide your path. You can get through any situation if you just believe in yourself. You can help others as well with the healing energy, and you are capable of doing so much for the greater good. Your intuition will guide you and help you find balance. The light lives within you, and you are being prepared for something better, knowing that you carry the eternal light of love is deep inside your soul center. The path ahead of you is filled with many blessings. You choose to embrace change and not hold on to the old patterns. You choose daily to rise up and do the uncomfortable things, the things most others refuse to do. The example you set in the world is felt by many. As you elevate the lives of others, your entire reality improves as above, so below. And when you make changes in the physical, it benefits you mentally and spiritually, and it is all connected. You are an extremely powerful being. Rise and calm your full power each day. Do the difficult things that most others avoid. Your attitude has shifted to embrace challenges and to appreciate the lessons you learn through suffering. Nothing can break you. You have been through many difficult situations and times. They all prepared you for this next chapter. Give deep thanks for everything you have been through. Very soon it will all make sense. And if you could see a glimpse of your future, you would instantly realize there is nothing to worry about. Everything taking place in your life right now is designed to help attune you to a higher state of being. You are being prepared for a chapter of abundance, deep healing, and inner well being. Take aligned action towards your dream, and it will all work in your favor. Release all fear and step into your higher potential. You are not your past. Today, pray for the patience and faith to keep trusting in your path. Pray and prepare your mind to receive the best life has to offer. Pray for the courage to continue loving and healing. Most of all, pray for the strength to keep going. Believe in your prayers and have a faith in the fulfillment of your happiness. Remember, you are exactly where you need to be, so stay hopeful. Say thank you to everything and everyone that has left you. What left you was never meant to stay. What remains will never leave you. You are not blessed with what you have lost, you are blessed with what you have left. Use what remains to create the life you want and keep going. Who and what is for you will always be with you. So, my child, know that nothing stops growth like fear does. A lot of us don't even take the first step towards our passion of purpose because we see only failure at the end of it. So, fear programs you to be afraid of less. Unless you take action, irrespective of the fear, you will never find out what you are missing out on. So, there is so much more to life than fear, but you can't really explore anything because fear makes you live in the bubble of certainty. So, magic happens in the unknown, growth happens in the uncharted. Only stagnant things are permanent. Live your life, take a leap into the unknown. Allow yourself to take the first step and see how the journey will reveal itself. Playing out scenarios in your head will not change anything, but changing one thing in your life can shift your entire scenario. So you can either convince yourself why the fears are valid, or you can empower yourself to live a life you truly want for yourself. Choose growth over fear. My child, know that. Let the universe take care of your worries while you keep doing the right thing. Your life is changing beyond measure for great things to come along as you allow your intuition to guide you. Do not push away the blessings coming your way by doubting or overthinking them. All the time you spend in your healing will reap the rewards as you shift your reality inside out. So drop resistance towards the future and let the universe take care of it. So keep going. So rest, relax, and fill your own cup before you feel ready and content to share your energy. Don't judge the long day, naps, or needs of your human self, as the spirit protects and provides the body, and mind can take the time to readjust, realign, and integrate the new energies. So, welcome the new ideas, blessing, or opportunities and be receptive. Your future is in your present moment awareness. You are being prepared for a massive shift on every level of life. So it is time to stop holding back. I understand there is a part of you that wants to take your time. I also understand there is a part of you that is a perfectionist who does not want to be seen or felt till perfected, but you have to trust that you're unique. Nature is what makes you perfect. You also have to trust that life never run out of good things for you to experience, and it is time release the energy inside of you and create the dream you keep envisioning. So your biggest breakthrough would not be loud and abrupt. They will be sparks of alchemy sprinkled into each new experience you are beginning to have. You will look back and realize that even though it did not happen overnight, one change after another ultimately reshaped the entirety of your life as you know it. So you are moving different, you are looking different, you are feeling different. You are not just drawing a new picture, but you swept out the entire canvas for a new one. The rebirth is what you needed all along, but you needed your past in order to awaken to it first. Everything. It is divine order. Dear child, know that. What have you outgrown that you are refusing to let go of? It's time to make those changes. You have outgrown so much around you now. You are beginning to look at life differently. Begin now to look around you and take note of everything you feel. You have outgrown if things no longer feel the same, or if you feel you are no longer relating to your situation in the same way as before. This is because you have outgrown something and changes need to be made. Anytime you have outgrown things around you and you have to make change accordingly. If you continue to allow things to stay as they are, you will miss out on new opportunities and gifts that you resent. Inner growth is calling forth into your experience. What changes can you make in the world around you that represent and match the energy of your inner growth? You may feel the need to change your environment or even change the way you interact with others. It may even be time to let go of the people, places, things, and situations that no longer serve you. These changes will be effortless for you once you take the leap of faith and choose to make them. The changes that you make will prove to be the missing piece of the puzzle. When you change on the inside, you have to be willing to make changes in your outer world in order to see true change in your life as a whole. Call upon your angels and guides and ask them to assist you with this. Ask someone about the things they most fear and listen to how their voice tremors. Ask someone about how it felt to lose someone close to them and see how tears begin to occupy their eyes. Ask someone about their dreams and listen to the excitement in their voice. Ask someone about happiest moments from their childhood and observe how their smile extends from ear to ear. Ask someone what your presence means to them and feel their cold finger tips turn warm. Engage with someone and let them be intimate with your mind. Tell someone how you want to spend the next days, month, year, and the rest of your life with them, and notice blood rush to their pale cheeks. Don't play the waiting game. Don't let days, months, and years pass by waiting for them to be the first to ask. Leap forward for a connection that may lead to something greater and more meaningful. You will then realize why being obsessed with infatuation left you feeling bare, and how being vulnerable and soft left your delicate heart feel clothed. My child, know that some things are so painfully obvious we don't see them, even if they are standing right in front of us. But sometimes that is the point, we choose what we see. And it's only normal to choose what makes us feel better than see the truth. This is not to say you should not blame yourself for not seeing it sooner. You learn from it, yes, but a lesson learned today is no different from the some lesson learned tomorrow. Journeys are personal, perspective has its own road, but so do you. You are on time, you are on your own track of learning, you are climbing your own mountain of growth. Be kinder to yourself about the things you could not see at that time. It does not mean you failed life, it just means you were not ready, but now you are. Now you are ready to accept what you were not willing to at that time. And that is progress, that is maturity, that is growth that has been happening inside you all along. Just because the obvious becomes clear, remember what it took for you to reach this point, because none of what you went through was all for naught. It was for something. It was for you to grow into the person who became ready, and it was for you to train what your eyes did not want to accept fully. But now you do. Now you know that you have always been the sum of your journey and experiences. It was never about what you lost and what you did not see. It is about what you have gained and what you are capable of seeing today. Dear souls, know that as we are preparing to step into a new season and new territory from the Lord, many people have been experiencing unusual and unexpected warfare at the threshold. This is your strength training, this is your discernment training, this is the time to discover and uncover the hidden traps that may have been set for you. So do not get worried or afraid, but become empowered when you see that Jesus is fighting with you and He is giving you the discernment you need to make wise decisions and to overcome. So you will recover all. If you are experiencing major resistance, know that there is something beautiful across the threshold. You are carrying destiny inside of you, for such a time as this. So when she asks doors open, you will need a whole new grand view perspective for what God doing in your life. No ask landed or Mount Ararat. From a mountain view, you can see all around. It's time to receive fresh vision from the Lord. The thrill and dizziness from the long arc ride will begin to subside, and you will be getting to see with the new eye of clarity. Leave the seasickness at the door, that hopelessness that had told you the door to a new season will never open. It is here, it is time for a safe and soft landing. The name Ararat means the curse reverse perception of curse. Then God blessed Noah and his son, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. Genesis, God loves to bless obedience. Noah obeyed the Lord, and his family experienced blessing and promise as result. They landed on Mount and Ararat, ending the time of destruction with a sign of promise, the rainbow, and God released a blessing of fruitfulness. So it's time to expect a turnaround and reversal. It's time to expect a blessing from the season of trial and testing. It is time to bear good fruit that will remain. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Genesis, after the door opened, no look up to find a sign of God promise. So the rainbow began to look for the signs and confirmation of God's leading in this season. Your promises are up ahead. God is a faithful promised. He does not just make promises, He sees them all the way through. He will finish what He started. So dear souls, know that. That is the thing, even when things end or people lose their way in each other's lives, there is always going to be bits and pieces you take with you along the way. And how beautiful of an idea is it that somewhere, someplace, there is someone who sees something and thinks of you because you introduce them to it, or there is someone who carries themselves a certain way because of something you taught them. That there are things people still hold on to because in the moment you care enough to love them and give them something they have not thrown away. So how beautiful is it that we are all kaleidoscope of everyone we have ever known and loved, and one day someone is going to love you for you because of everything you are and everyone and every experience you have had learned leading up to them. And it is you they fall in love with, it is you they choose you. Some beautiful complication of everything that come before, and in their love you will discover everything you have yet to be. So be brave enough to take that first step. Have the courage to show up even if you don't feel ready. Show up imperfectly and make a mistakes. So do it wrong the first time. Give yourself permission to stumble. Find lessons in your losses and opportunities in your failures. So tiptoe gently when you must, sprint forward when it feels right. Do it for you because every beat of your heart is calling you in this direction. So, because every cell inside your body is lightening up in excitement, because every part of you knows this is the way, do it wrong until you can do it right. Do your best until you learn how to do it better. Follow the nudges, trust the journey, release perfection, be brave and enough to try. Struggles often instill within us courage, tenacity, and strength. However, before they do, they often leaves us feeling defeated and drained. That struggles and situation that you are currently dealing with has not got the power to defeat you. So it is here to liberate you. What first knocks you down often lifts you higher when you come out the other end of it. You will get through this struggle. However, if you define it as being impossible to overcome, then you will continue to hold yourself back from the blessings that is just beyond this lesson. So keep going. Those little procrastinations that you keep giving into are slowly chipping away at your peace and your purpose. They are distracting you from your best life. Procrastination only ever feeds your fear and your frustration. Don't allow yourself to be talked into procrastination. It is never worth it. Refuse to give into that voice within you that says, put it off until tomorrow again. Every time that you procrastinate, you are adding momentum to everything that stands between you and your blessings. So by procrastinating, you are continue to resist who you are and what you desire at the deepest level. So my child, know that not everything is a big deal. In fact, most things are not. That minor fight with your friend or getting a bad grade would not run your life, and it can't run your mood either if you don't let it. So things are not that serious, and most people don't care what you do. So do what you want, do what your heart tells you. Jump off that cliff, run away to a different country, apply for that job, and don't give a damn about what anyone will think, because at the end of it, you only get one life, so live it how you want to. The last thing you need is regret when you are older. And don't give up, don't let any setbacks stop you from dreaming, from making progress. So keep going, you have got this. Life would not always be this tough. Things will get easier with time, even if it does not seem like it right now. Just hold on to yourself, everything will work out just fine. Believe me, it will all fall into place. It will all fall into place. Letting you go come with the realization that there was so much to gain by allowing you to leave. Sometimes the blessing is not found in what we have, sometimes it is everything we lose. Because God knows how much we try to hold on, how much we pray and beg for the people we love to stay, only for them to leave in the most heartbreaking way. Maybe losing you was not a loss because in your absence I found myself. You made me feel like I was trying too hard to be loved. You made me believe that I was just meant to be loved only when it was convenient for you, and now I finally know how healthy love feels like. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is let that person go. Because the more you hold on to them, the more they will believe that it's okay to hurt you because they know you will always welcome them back with open arms once they say anything to please your tired heart. Because loving you was harder than watching you leave, I choose to let you go. I let you go because I realized that I should not be fighting to be loved, to be held, to be heard, and all you did was make me feel so sad. Sometimes the best things happen to you when you learn that you deserve every good thing this world has to offer. So, my child, know that it is essential not to judge or criticize your younger self based on the knowledge you have today. Remember that in the past, you were in a different phase of life with varying perspectives, experiences, and things that influenced you. The challenges you face back then may have seemed significant at the time, and perhaps you even felt overwhelmed by the situations you were in. But the thing that truly matters is that you have grown and learned from those experiences. You have gained wisdom and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Instead of harboring regrets or resenting the past, it is important to acknowledge that you now possess greater insight and knowledge. Think about it like this is imagine when you were a child learning to ride a bicycle. At that time, it was a big deal, and you might have been scared of falling and hurting yourself. But now, as an adult, you are a skilled cyclist. You would not criticize your younger self for not knowing how to ride perfectly back then, right? You have learned and improved over time, and that is what counts. This newfound awareness can serve as a foundation for moving forward positively. Embrace the growth and wisdom you have gained, using it as a guide to make better choices and decisions in the present and future. Rather than regretting your past, view it as a stepping stone that has brought you to where you are today. Remember, the journey of life is a continuous process of learning and evolving. Each phase serves its purpose and contributes to your personal growth. So be kind to your younger self and appreciate the progress you have made, recognizing that you were doing the best you could with the knowledge and understanding that you had at that time. So that true freedom your heart craves, the lightness of being you desire, it is all possible. However, this likely will come differently than you expect. It would not come when you make more money, get the dream relationship, or achieve the next milestone. So the freedom you seek will come when you open your heart to the aspects of your psyche that cause you to feel as though you are not free. Freedom comes from your own diligent effort to continuously transform perspective that imprison you. So when you commit to revealing freedom with your freedom becomes inevitable, there is no way for it not to occur when you set your sights on revealing its essence within you. I hope you are learning to give yourself the credit you deserve. I hope you are beginning to recognize just how strong you are for pulling yourself through each and every difficult time in your life. So I hope you allow this realization to walk with you alongside any obstacles or roadblocks you might encounter along your journey. I hope you know just how capable you are and that no matter how challenging a situation may seem. You have the courage to keep moving, to keep growing, and to keep healing. I hope you can look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you and really mean it. And above all, I hope you realize just how incredible you are and just how much you deserve your own love. I hope you have the courage to let go and move on from the ones who are not gentle with your heart. It is okay to feel angry, upset, or confused right now. But please always remember your worth. It's someone has shown you that they don't care about you or your happiness. I promise you that you deserve more. Please don't break your own soul by trying to win over the hurt of someone who makes you feel like you are never enough because you deserve so much more than that. You are worth so much more than that. So God will take that which is broken and put it together again and make it better than it was before. He will take the shattered pieces of your life, glue them together with His love and make them strong in the places where they were once a weak. Yes, God promise of restoration is for abundance. God promises not only to restore what was lost, but to restore it abundantly. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. You will have plenty to eat until you are full, and you will praise the name of the Lord your God who has worked wonders for you. Never again will my people be shamed. So you are victorious, you are conqueror, you are God's child. Don't let fear hold you back from pursuing everything that God has for you. Don't let the snares, traps, and obstacle of the enemy cause you to retreat on your purpose, lean forward, embrace your call, step into your purpose. So accept your mission, do what God has called you to do. Have I commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. When God takes away a sinful habit, He replaces it with a better way of living. When He takes away gossip or cursing, He replaces them with words of love and encouragement. God does not just want to remove the bad things in our lives, He wants to replace them with His goodness to make us from within. The same Jesus that said, "Go and sin no more," is the same Jesus that said to His follower, "I want you to full of joy." God wants to give us that same quality of life. So, dear God, Almighty Father, thank you for this day. Thank you also for the gift of life and for caring for me for the past years and until today. Father, I need you always in my life. I need your forgiveness and fatherly guidance. I need your encouragement and strong support. This keep me always near you, for you are the meaning, goal, and fulfillment of my life. Likewise, fill my soul with your Holy Spirit so that your divine light and power will brighten and straighten every section of my whole being, body, mind, heart, and soul. In Jesus' name, Amen. I am beyond grateful for this past breakthrough. My soul has shifted in incredible heights. I can feel the power and protection of the universe guiding me every step. I have no fears about what is coming next. I am ready to step into the chapter that is going to transform my life in the most positive way. I am in the perfect position for receiving a miracle. There is nothing stopping me from walking through doors with my name on it. I am exactly where the universe wants me to be, and I am heading towards chapter filled with new blessings and opportunities that are going to surpass my wildest dreams. So I'm sensing an upcoming shift in my path that's going to change the course of my journey in such a magical way. My soul is fully prepared to take this new and exciting step. So I'm not going to be held back by my old habits and pattern. I have acknowledged that they no longer have a purpose in my life. I am inviting divine energies to make their way towards me as I move on to bigger and better chapters. The love I have for myself has tripled since beginning this journey of self-discovery and awareness. I am forever following the orders of the universe as it carries my spirit to spectacular heights. So, dear someone, know that after you left, I found myself in a state of complete shock and disbelief. I could not believe that the one person who had promised to always be by my side had left me alone. So the pain was unbearable and tears flowed down my face like a never ending river. For days I cried and cried until I could not cry anymore. The pain was just too much to bear. During those lonely nights, I found comfort in your voice notes, listening to your voice, even if it was from the past. Give me some sort of comfort, but soon the tears were not enough to numb the pain, and I turned to alcohol. So I got drunk trying to forget about the pain and the hurt that was consuming me. I called my best friend seeking solace in her voice and trying to make sense of the senseless situation. So, as the days passed, I realized that holding on to the memories of us was only causing me more pain. I deleted the poems I had written for you, the ones that spoke of love and happiness, and reread our chats and trying to find some explanation for why you left me. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not find the answer I was looking for, so I turned to the songs that we used to listen to together, playing them on repeat and let the lyrics speak for the pain that I was feeling. And as the music play, I cry again and wondering how I could ever move on from this heartbreak. Most days I am convinced that I would not amount to much. Most days I believe that I will never be enough. I am destined to be the friend while the girls gets the guy. In the end that I stand motionless, forever waiting on the sidelines for my luck to change. Most days I reckon that I must be invisible, never fully seen a ghost inside my own body. Most days I can't stand being alone. With I pull away from the ones I love because I am afraid that I'll be a disappointment to them. Most days I am afraid that you will leave like all the rest and shatter me into a million pieces. On the floor, most days I want to be anybody else but myself. Most days I lose sight of who I am and what I want. My mind must be a broken record because I can't get the sound of your laughter out of it. I am endlessly repeating our history while starting up at my ceiling late at night. My thoughts don't know how to stop remembering the wrong moments. My heart does not know wrong people who have pulverized my soul to a pulp. My head constantly replays old conversations and where I went wrong until I am far away from reality. My imagination takes me back to when I was still surrounded, but I was heedless of it. No one knows that I reside in a dark kingdom built on remembrance. I should be present, but I tethered to my past life, my clutch onto its like, for is the only place I see your mischievous smile in the sunlight. I don't want you to chase love. I want you to let it happen to fall on your lap like gravity. I would rather tell you to work on the love on your own skin, like the soft words you tell yourself, the kindness and empathy you deserve, and then I want you to decide when the love they share with you makes you feel it's the kind of love that breathes more inside. When it does not make you doubt, when it challenges you to be more for the good. See, a story between two people is not about chasing, it is about choices. And it's really almost simple that way. When you stop looking for what you want to find and when you let go of what you need them to give you. When we let them be themselves in their own space, it is not about who or what you can control. It is complementing one another, fighting for a vision, and allowing them to choose you at just as you allow yourself to choose to love them. I don't want you to be afraid of the parts you are still getting better at handling, of the parts you are still learning. Being ignorant does not make you dumb. It's make you human. It's mean you have accepted your limits and what you need to learn. It is far better than thinking you know it all or have all the answer. It is far better than thinking you know the meaning behind everything you do and what others do. I don't want you to be afraid anymore of the pieces you say are halfway to the finish line. Because everyone is on a journey, everyone is walking along some path, everyone is learning how to get better at handling life. So, why should that stop you from admitting you are also on your road of learning and uncovering new spaces? So, my child, know that. Pay attention to your need to regeneration and reveal both physically and mentally. Perhaps one of the most enduring gods of resurrection, as you can see on this message, Orisis, husband of Isis, is one of the key member of the Egyptian pantheon. Ancient Egyptians created complex magical process, rituals and rites with Orisis as the central figure to ensure a successful resurrection after. And if you are reading this message right now, you can call upon Orisis when you need to be renewed. When you are tired physically and mentally, his magical energy will nourish you. When you feel like there is no hope, particularly after trauma or a difficult relationship, his presence will soothe you. Orisis also appears when there is a beginning or transition close at hand. If you push yourself too hard, destroy your body, or pay no heed to the fruitfulness of your relationship, sometimes it becomes too late or too difficult for complete renewal. Pay attention to your own self care and your own regenerating power. Oris's visit often indicates the need for a retreat or holiday, so no hiding this could make you less efficient and happy. So, my dear child, faith is the foundation of the ability to manifest. Everything was created because someone believed that it was possible. And patience is absolutely crucial in the application of this principle. Change can happen in a heartbeat, but some things require time. You have planted the seeds, now give them time to grow. Please be patient and know that it will happen. Whatever receives you care and attention will flourish. If you just planted some seeds in your garden today, you would not go out tomorrow and yell at them because there was not any fruit yet. So don't take up your seeds of faith. All is going according to divine planning. You are going to be pleasantly surprised by how things turn out for you. The universe always manages to throw you a good curveball just when you believe things may not go your way. So they wind up working out far better than you could ever expect. You have to remain fully vested in the fact. There is a future waiting for you that is beyond your mental grasp at this moment for now. You know what works and what does not work. You know what feels good and what does not. Continue to push what is best for you in this moment. And allow your energy to line up everything else. Remember this mantra, it is happening. So my child, know that. Have you realized how much the universe has delivered? Need proof? Just take a deeper look at some of the things around you. You want a better job, which is fine, but do you remember praying for the one you have now? Your car is just a car, but do you remember how much you wanted it the first time you saw it? This goes for just about everything around you, so don't let time and habit move you away from your gratitude for your blessings. Even the ones that seem outdated, because at the end of the day, most of your future blessings are built over the present ones. Because the universe works in mysterious way, because you never know what is waiting for you right around the corner. Because life has a strange and uncanny way of turning around ever so quickly and almost always when you least expect it. So, because there are still so many more beautiful things for you to experience and see, and do, and taste, and touch, and feel. So, my child, know that without boundaries, responsibilities, and accountability within a friendship and relationship, you are more likely to feel disrespected, taken advantage of, and resentful. This is not because anyone is out to get you, but some never know when they are gone too far unless you let them know what is acceptable and what is not. So, without boundaries and accountability, behavioral patterns given continuity, even if they ruin the harmony in a relationship and affect. Contrary to popular beliefs, boundaries are not a mechanism to dismiss people from your life. They allow you to keep them present while putting yourself in a mental space where you can love them better. And they can do the same for themselves. It is an urge to reciprocate respect so that the connection can deepen. In When you hold your mental health and happiness in high regard, you are also more likely to attract others who do the same and those who are comfortable with boundaries. The individuals who find it challenging to understand you will likely struggle with upholding their own boundaries or have consistently had their limits overstepped. So it's helpful to approach these conversations with compassion and a willingness to understand. Dear child, I wish you could see just how worthy you are of good things, of genuine love, of deep connection, of happiness. I wish you could escape your mind for just one moment and see everything you deserve, because once you see it, once you feel it. I w- you can't deny that is real. You are worth so much more than the way you have been made to feel in the past, and your past experience do not define your future. Or your ability to be loved the right away, to be loved at all. I hope you find it in yourself to open up your heart again, just a little more each day, and let a little bit of love back in. I hope that in doing so, you begin to see all the things that are meant for you finding their way to you. And I hope you acknowledge that you are worthy of it all. There is a definite feeling associated with every idea in the mind of man. Capture the feeling associated with your realized wish by assuming the feeling that would be yours were you already in possession of the thing you desire, and your wish will objectively itself. The subconscious does not originate ideas but accept as true those which the conscious mind feels to be true, and in a way know only to itself objectifies the accepted ideas. Therefore, through his power to imagine and feel and his freedom to choose the idea he will entertain, man has control over
My dear
creation.
child,
Sometimes people will say that if you want to know your purpose, look within. Because you did not create you, only the one who created you can say what purpose you were created for. You will never ever know the purpose of your life until you believe in me because I created you. Today, so many people are confused about their identity and their purpose. They say, I don't know who I am and I don't know what I am supposed to be doing with my life. That is because they are looking in the wrong place. There is only one place to find your identity and purpose in life, and that is through a relationship with me. Always remember, it is in me that you find out who you are and what you are living out. So, my child, know that you are releasing self sabotaging behavior and translating that energy into more productive means. Giving yourself permission to enjoy the things you love, creating new opportunities, and finding the fulfillment in each moment. Honoring your self expression and discovering new ways to show it. Finally, approving of yourself and finding you have everything you need in the midst of exploring everything you want. The way the universe has your blessing set up is unlike anything you have ever imagined. The unexpected twists and turns that make you stronger gives your life extra depth and texture. Vibrant, the more you appreciate the masterful artwork in front of you, the more beautiful it becomes. Allow the universe room to do what it does best and watch how creatively your dreams come true. And if you could see the blessings that is coming to you right now, you would be more at ease with what is if you have not already started. Don't worry, it is never too late to trust the process. So, my child, know that. Sometimes we have to lose people just so we can find them again. I think there are lens we and lessons we need to learn by ourselves, and sometimes and when we get chance what we learn is love that comes back, probably never left in the first place. My dear child, you are not a failure, and if you have not figured things out yet, And if you are still struggling, if your heart is broken and how you feel is valid, but also know that your feelings do not define you. So, no matter how strange and difficult your circumstances may feel right now, so have a faith that you are strong enough to get through this phase of your life. So perhaps what is broken will not heal today, but you learn to make peace with changing things. So you will see that you have grown strong and brave along the way. So my child, know that a lot of you just stepped out from a year of shadow work, heightened consciousness, and altered perceptions. So now you are headed into the year of inner peace, understanding, and divine action. So seize this potent energy and unapologetically take off with it. So you deserve these new beginnings. So every valuable lesson you have ever learned were predestined and preparing you for this exact chapter. So give your soul a break from worrying and let your faith take the lead in guiding you on your journey. So things will be different now because you are different, and the breakthrough you experienced in your last chapter have created a path for miracles to enter in this one. So trusting the process has gotten you this far right, and imagine where it takes you when you deepen your connections to the source. So I can feel that some of you are doubting if this is really happening for you, and have a faith and know that this is it, the chapter you have been dreaming of. So go on and get excited now, and you have waited a long time for this moment, and now it's starting you in the eyes. So embrace this new and elevated feelings of self-love and optimism, and it is here to stay. So allow yourself to welcome the sweet divine energy of unexpected miracles, and you deserve every single one you are about to get. The next path you take is gonna be filled with life-altering blessings, so keep moving forward. Make yourself at home in the comforting arms of the universe, and knowing that your blessings are all there and waiting for you. So crystal clear paths and unexpected miracles sounds good to me. So my child, know that no matter what society said, you stuck to your dreams at all cost. You refuse to let small-minded people discourage you from the pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself possible. Against all odds, you have made it this far, and celebrate the small steps along the path just as much as the big leaps you make. So your journey is a miracle Your mind is a superpower. Each milestone in life you gain confidence and belief in yourself. So you are manifesting so many blessings. An incredible new chapter of life is ahead of you, and you have nothing to chase, nothing to fear, and nothing to worry about. Everything is working out to your highest benefit, and miracles are happening for you. So, my child, know that. I don't think happiness knocked on your door so it could teach you how to be happy all the time. And I think it knocked on your door because you were ready to let it in, and just because you learn how to sit with it does not mean it was going to stay forever. So, it does not mean happiness would not again one day knock on your door, so you could invite it in. And what I believe is that your happiness needed to grow. It needed to see the world, it needed to experience different shades, meet different faces, or watch as you learn to live life without it. And the truth, though, is that it never left, it never abandoned you, it never told you that you would never have it again. I think it was trying to teach you that you are not just built on happiness, you can call it anytime you want, but it is not the only feeling you need to get by. Some days you need pain to teach you strength. So, some days you need love to teach your kindness, and some days you need anger to remind you of what you need to learn. Some days you need doubt so you could rediscover confidence, and some days you needed fear so you could learn to believe in hope and see happiness is not the only feeling you should chase for, and no one should have to chase anything that is already a part of them. So it is about reconnection, and it is remembering what you had forgotten, and it is allowing yourself to feel everything. So even the ones that hurt, especially the ones that scares you, because without them, how could happiness know it was time to knock on your door again? My child, know that. Love yourself enough to only stay in the friendships and relationships where your energy is valued. Never allow others to treat you like a backup. So don't let them get comfortable with making you their last option. So you deserve to be respected. Your energy is precious. The people who never show commitment on their words know exactly what they are doing. You can't keep giving people chances so that they can disrespect you in the same way. And the truth is, some people are really inauthentic and they lack integrity. So ultimately, they end up wasting the time and energy of others because of trying to keep up with everyone. So authenticity is rare. The people who have integrity don't juggle people like things, and when someone gives you their word, it is their responsibility to keep that word. So don't settle, you deserve a love overflowing with integrity and respect. So my child, know that. Already celebrating the dream, already grateful for the blessings, already thankful for the way it manifested. Trusting the universe is the key to every door you come across on your journey. What is meant for you will arrive right on time. Believe in wholeheartedly. Find peace in knowing that you are on the road to the life you have always dreamed of. So let your worries go and give your mind the calmness it truly deserves. Your vision has been worked out and it is already taken care of. My child, know that. The difficult part of growing is losing and finding yourself over and over again, and our sense of identity is one of the strongest connections. So we have with ourselves, and when we lose it, it feels like we are losing touch with reality and the world around us. So when you think about it, we are made up of little fragments of everything and we have been through and everyone we have met. So how we have been raised, how we have been treated by others, and how we treat ourselves. So remind yourself that it's normal to feel like you are losing yourself when things are changing in your life. You just need some time to readjust and you will come back home to yourself once you have learned what you need to learn in this phase of your journey. So, my child, know that your future is in your own hands. Where you go, what you do, and how you live your life, it is all up to you. So instead of focusing on what you can't control, focus on what you can. Maybe you can't go back and change your past choices, so you can't recreate your history. You can't redetermine the outcomes that lead you down this path. But today, right now, in this moment, you can choose how you show up for yourself and you can choose how you respond to the world around you and you can choose what you want in life and you can also choose whether or not you will go for it. So you get to choose your next step, you get to choose how you respond to the obstacles and challenge on your path. So you get to choose whether you will let the universe surprise you with its magic and you get to choose whether you lean into faith or fear, trust or doubt, hope or despair. So you have so much more power than you think and you have the ability to create the life that calls to you. So the life your heart's being pulled to and the life that feels like it is already yours, you have the tools, the resources, the support of an infinite universe and it wants to see you succeed. So now what you do with the time you have left is all up to you. So my child, know that you are allowed to want more. You are allowed to keep your standards and expectations high. You are allowed to say that you would not settle for less than and what you know in your heart you deserve. You are allowed to refuse apologies. You are allowed to move forward without a certain person in your world, and even if you still love them, even if it hurts to say goodbye. You are allowed to put your foot down and decide that enough is enough. You are allowed to start from scratch. You are allowed to walk away from the people and places you once thought were meant for you. And you are allowed to forge a fresh path for yourself because it is better than continuing down the wrong one. And I hope you know that you are deserving of people who are genuine, invested, and unwavering. So you are whole, abundant, and stocked with incredible virtues. You are not a stream of water, but an immaculate ocean. So you are not a recent but a glorious full moon. You are not an empty field but the astronautic Amazon, and there is a world within you that is home to many incredible things. When you believe you have been composed divinely, you will attract divine people, ones who are authentic, hold sacred energy, and embody radiance. Please don't discount your worth, beauty, or talents. Please don't settle for less. You deserve to be seen and heard, and you deserve to be understood in every way that you require. You deserve to be accepted and loved unconditionally, even when you are not at your best and can't give your best to others. So you deserve flow and healthy exchange of energy. You deserve trust, honesty, and unwavering love. You deserve someone whose joy stems from beneath their surface. You are entitled to people who allow you to live your truth, and I hope you know that the universe is waiting for you to accept all that you are crafted and composed of. So I hope you know that great people and experiences are anticipating your arrival. My child, know that. Sometimes we face moments of doubt when we question whether God is going to show up and make things work out for us. So, however, it is important to remember that God works in His own timing and His ways are always perfect. And there is no need to worry or stress because we can trust in His plans for us and wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart be courageous. So wait for the Lord, and this verse encourages us to be patient and have a faith and that God will fulfill His promises and His timing. So, personally, I have experienced moments where I doubted God's plan for my life, and I remember feeling lost and unsure about my future. But through prayer and reading the Bible, I was able to find peace and trust in God's plan. I realized that I needed to surrender my fears and doubts to Him and trust that He would guide me in the right direction. So in Mark, Jesus says, have a faith in God. Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, so it will be done for them. And therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. This verse reminds us of the power of our faith and the importance of trusting in God's plan. So, if you are feeling uncertain about the future or doubting God's plan for your life, remember to have faith and trust that, and He will show up in His timing and in His way. So, my child, know that for some of you, this is the season where many of your dreams are beginning to manifest. So, as a great as it is, sometimes it may be a bit overwhelming because things are happening so quickly. So, continue to breathe and give thanks. Open yourself to receive and stay focused on what is right in front of you at the moment. So, as you remain willing, obedient, and diligent, the universe has an amazing way of taking care of everything else. So, keep your eyes wide open. Solutions and answers are coming from unfamiliar places. So don't let your resistance to change slow up this amazing process and that is taking place. So some of you may find yourself slipping into the depths of heavy energy and emotions during this time, and it may even start to seem like it is becoming increasingly more difficult to move forward. So now is not the time to get distracted. Keep your eyes on your goals. Be open, be graceful, and be fluid. So don't just go with the flow. Be the flow, move with the movement. Yes, it is important to the diligent, but there are times when you must completely abandon and get away from your to-do list. Some of you may need to take some time for yourself to focus on just being. Get out half of the house, get out of that office. So get out of your head and go get some fresh air. Take a walk to clear your energy. Understand as your consciousness is elevated, your goals are too. So your current agenda may be reflecting your old mindset and could be full of distractions from your true divine purpose. You could be doing things that no longer needs to be done. They may need to be replaced with new tasks that reflect your new mindset and goals altogether. And sometimes it is good to step away from it all so you can clear your mind. With a fresher perspective, you can receive a higher vision Trust that your entire life is being upgraded and this very moment. So be ready and willing to reposition because what you have been manifesting is here and it is happening now. My child, know that. If someone you share a meaningful connection with has a problem with you and they will tell you when they are ready to and together you can find a resolution. But until then, it is a waste of energy to interrupt, diagnose, overthink or guess who is or is not happy with you or displaced by you, especially if there is no genuine relationship trying you to them. So, everyone you encounter will develop an opinion about you, and some cannot help but show it through non verbal cues. Your dominant vibration determines your responses to them. Will you lead with ego and confront them? Will your curiosity take over and is you gently force understanding? And though no response may be perceived as negative, it is a responsible practice in self awareness that lets us observe the situation and decipher a response. The problem with opening up a can of worms about someone's unsavory opinion of us that they have not bluntly offered is the potential to fuel their mystery, which inevitably loves company. So, however, sometimes we genuinely mess up and do things we are unaware of that hurt someone we care about, and when an appropriate opportunity arises to discuss dissonance between you and another. So do so from a place of love, patience, and understanding. Just be aware of what is projected onto you versus who you really are and what you have actually, and ensure you are engaged in conversations that will bring value to all involved. Ultimately, we are not responsible for helping others navigate their feelings about us, and if we try to, we risk significantly diminishing our mood and well being and might become dependent on others to like us so that we can like ourselves. So please pass on the passive behavior, deal with a situation gracefully when it is brought to you directly, and don't waste precious energy worrying about unhelpful opinions. So if you choose to honor your needs, live by your values, and lead with love, you will control your alignment and not base it on others' misaligned ideas of you. So, my child, know that maybe you will never get back to the person you were before it all happened, and maybe the next time you listen to that song and it will never feel the same way again. And maybe you will never learn to trust people so innocently. Perhaps every time you trust someone, and you will have doubts, and you will never know love from a naive outlook. But maybe that is okay, and I know you will miss the person and you were when all you know was to love without pain. So maybe somewhere else in another universe, the version of yourself is thankful for all your mistakes, heartbreaks, and everything that you missed while and you were chasing happiness. So I know sometimes you beat yourself up for things and you did not choose people who left while and you were busy taking care of your heart. So you have to forgive yourself for changing, forgive yourself for not knowing better until you know what was best for you. So I know sometimes you still wish you had the chance to charge certain things and maybe to never meet certain people or just to feel some things twice. So let go of the person you could have been, let go of the things that would have happened, and I hope you forgive yourself for the things you did not say and when you were supposed to say them. And I hope you forgive yourself for moving on, for forgetting them, and for choosing yourself. So, my child, know that as long as you have times, everything is possible in your life. Everything worthwhile takes time. Finding your people takes time. Making your dreams comes true takes time. Creating your life's masterpiece takes time. Love takes time. Success takes time. Don't rush the process, and you will never have to force what is destined for you. And if you have patience with yourself, you will go far in life. So you have to give yourself time to level up. Long lasting things can wait. The best version of yourself can wait. It is okay if you feel like you are always waiting for brighter days. And in the process of waiting, you will learn so many lessons. You will learn to let go of control and you will learn to go with the flow. You will learn to focus on the good. You will learn to think positively. The weather does not matter, and when you are carrying your own sunshine. The grey clouds will slowly fade away. Being at the lowest point in your life is only a temporary phase. And with times come healing, and with healings come change. Your time will come. You make space for your bright future to show up by staying in the present. So, beautiful things happen when you are willing to be patient, and it may take a while, but what is meant to yours will never be late. So sunset comes to those who can wait, sunrise comes to those who have faith. In time it will all fall into place. Give it time, keep hope alive, and take your time. So my child, know that putting on a happy face for others, masking your pain, and repressing, avoiding your emotions is incredibly exhausting. Plus, holding in your feelings, isolating from others, or distracting yourself from your pain worsens your mental health is the long run. These patterns push our thoughts and emotions out of our consciousness and into our bodies. where they influence us without our awareness or consent. And eventually, this space, our energy, erodes our physical health, foments into unloving emotional eruptions, and leaks out in compulsive behaviors. So, what is the alternative? Normalizing our mental emotional health struggles, giving words to them, and receiving empathy from safe and loving people. So, here is what this involves: taking ownership or responsibility for our emotions and thoughts and how they are affecting us, verbalizing our feelings, thoughts, and needs to God, and safe people who help us connect to God's presence. Receiving emotional validation and empathy by agreeing with it. When we receive empathy, we learn that we don't have to be embarrassed, closed off, or ignore our mental health. Instead, we discover that we can share honestly with God and save people who love us and desire to care for us. Being able to be emotionally honest in this way facilitates bonding in our relationships and help us receive the nurture, strength, and the encouragement and that we need to carry our burdens. And here is the best part: the more that we tune into our mental health, learn how to talk about it, and receive empathy from God and others, and the better we will be able to show up this way for others. My child, know that whosoever you desire, believe you have received it, and you will. This statement goes back 2000 years. Yet, even before that, Jeremiah tells of the same principle in his story of the potter and his clay. But until imagination becomes a part of your normal, natural currency of thought, you will not act consciously. Like breathing, this awareness must become so much part of you that you will not turn to the left or the right to praise or blame anyone. A core belief remains hidden from our awareness when we perceive it as an absolute truth rather than acknowledging it as a personal belief about life. And it is only by detaching ourselves from complete identification with that belief that we can broaden our focus. So, dear God, know that. Dear Father, I pray you would move the Spirit more boldly in my life, and I know that any sin can grieve and diminish the voice of the Spirit, and I pray against the temptation to sin. So help me crave your presence more than my fleshly desire. So help me grow in the fruit of your Spirit and transforms more and more daily to look like your Son. So I want to become more obedient and dedicate more time daily to prayer and studying your word. And I pray for guidance from you, Spirit, and to recognize the difference between my desires and your will. So, Father, I desire for your will to be done in my life and that I may walk in your will and in my purpose. And I pray for your promises to always be a meditation of my heart. And in Jesus' almighty name, I pray, Amen. So I am in constant awe of the gifts that I have been blessed with, and my heart continues to grow even when I think it is reached and its limit. And I am real silent in ways and I never know I could be. The increasing strength of my spirit me every day, and I am grateful for all the ways the universe has elevated my soul. And I am aware of the magnitude of the divine duties and I have been given, and I am grateful for the spiritual responsibilities that have been bestowed upon on me. And each day my intuition grows, and so does the unconditional love and I have for this journey of motherhood. And I would spend my entire life looking for something that would make it all make sense. And I spent countless years exploring and evolving, achieving and acquiring, only to get those things and find out they were not the answer. So there was a problem deep in my soul that I could not solve. Fundamentally, I felt like I did not matter, like whole parts of myself had simply not formed into being. And it felt like I was not really alive, and in some ways, I did not really exist. I felt invisible, and it was more than a procrastination problem, and it was more than a few seasons of therapy or a breakthrough moment in a Sunday service. So it was not me breaking down for the millionth time, and it was me realizing that I had never been built in the first place. My childhood, my upbringing, my life, my experiences left me wounded, and that is what made it so hard for me to show up in my fullness. So my invisibly made it impossible for me to live the life I was called to. So, dear God, no. There is a part that will always be a hopeless romantic, and there is a part of me that will always believe in happy endings and love at first sight. And I blame the fairy tales I would listen to late at night, and I blame my parents for letting me be swept away by fictional men at only 11 years old. I blame myself for thinking that they actually existed. I blame the world for letting chivalry die. I blame my friends for setting for the bare minimum. Every time they allowed the nice guys to walk all over them just to avoid the pain of loneliness, it keeps me up at night because they tell me to lower my high expectations, and that the idea of love and I have held in my head for so long is purely my imagination. So I blame the movies for perpetuating a false narrative of what is falling in love is life, and they don't have to say it twice, and I know I will never find it in this life. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes comes true, type amen.